back to the International Flatwater Center here in Welland, Ontario, Canada. And we have played a lot of canoe polo in the past 6 days, but this is the final game. It all comes down to this, the men's gold medal game. It is between Germany and Italy. Italy, the reigning champions. Germany, they look to become first-time champions. Germany has never won in the men's section of the World Canoe Polo Championships. They won everywhere else. We saw them just win the women's. We saw them win the under-21 women's. We saw them get second place or third place, I should say, in under-21 men's, but never men's canoe polo champions.
Absolutely right. They've been absolute powerhouses of the sport, the Germans. European titles everywhere. They've won the World Games title twice out of 4. They are a world-class team, but, and it's a big but in their minds, they have never won a gold medal at a world championship in senior men's category. And that there's 8 guys down there, and the coaching staff and all their fans would love them to put that right. And the Italians, reigning champions, won at home in Syracuse, and they've opened their account very, very early. Navarra for them. Frontman Davide, very strong, very good finisher, and he's done what he's asked to do. He takes the cover away from Luca. He gives him a second real hard-hitting shooter, and he opens the scoring inside the first minute. Now, German confidence, is that rattled? Do they just believe? This is where that belief gets tested.
Now, if you were asked the Italy coach if you were going to score in the first minute of the game,
he'd have paid me for that.
Fantastic start there for the Italians, wasting no time getting on the board within the first minute. And now we're on that left side. It is their captain, Jonas Veron. Now with number 4, Lucas Richter.
And they're really compressing this defence. We've seen in the earlier round games, the Italians defend really with a player high on the front, in this case number 9, Luca, and then 3 men inside who will just work as a unit to provide no opportunity. And the weapon that the Germans will use is they have huge, huge shooters, really the biggest in the world. And they've got 5 of them on the pitch right now, because if you want to play in that German national team, you have to be a big shooter.
Absolutely. And we saw the U21 men team be big-time shooters, so they have players already in the younger age group coming up and trying to fill those voids.
Yes. It's incredible, and at their training sessions, I hate to think what they do, because they are all massive shooters. Most teams will have 2 or 3 they favour. This German side, they don't care who gets the opportunity. They will all score a goal.
And I'm sure it's very similar on that Italian side. You don't become champions of the World Canoe Polo Championships without having a bunch of heavy shooters on your team. And we just saw one time by Navarra.
They are heavy shooters. They've got Bertoloni now, who's a very heavy shooter, but I think it's fair to say most people recognise number 9 for Italy, Luca Bellini, probably the world's biggest goal scorer. He's been top scorer at almost every championship he's played at, possibly every championship, forgive me for not being certain, but he's a goal-scoring machine.
Here is Bellini. He's going to go inside to Bertoloni. Bertoloni now to Navarra, the goal scorer for Italy.
Yep.
We've played just about 3 minutes. Navarra goes for his second. It will be blocked by Germany, and now they are on the attack. Now with the ball, it will be Robert Pest.
Yes, this German team, they won't panic at this stage. 1 goal down, happened before. It's part and parcel of the game. You deal with it now. They've weathered the next attack. They're in the game. They'll have a game plan here for a go-to system for getting a goal, and here it comes.
It's
Robert Pest.
Now to Jonas Veron. Back to Hopstock.
Yeah, 3 of the most experienced players in the team running that back line, trying to make a gap. They'll make the right decision. That's crucial now, that when they take a shot, they've really got to get the highest percentage on it they can. They'll be okay with the Italians making a few saves, but they'll get impatient and crashing shot, as I say. Immense power, and the rebound goes their way. That'll buoy them a little, and they'll just keep coming. Shot clock's reset, obviously, from that powerhouse, and we get a 60-second shot clock. Very like basketball, canoe polo. Keeps the game ticking over. I think at the moment this German team won't really be looking to wait 60 seconds to get shots away. They're putting some traffic. That is a phenomenal save, because that was a tricky shot. Long, straight arm down low.
Andrea Romano, the goalkeeper for Italy, getting that paddle on it, and it will be a German corner after the great shot that time by Marco Hopstock. Now with it, Dennis Witt for Germany.
Yeah, the Italians now got a phenomenal defensive unit, and to be fair, that's what brought them to be the world champions. They've been one of the most exciting and fun to watch attacking teams for some years, but suddenly they've got a goalkeeper coach, Boffy, who was a player himself, and he has got their defence to be one of, if not the best in the world. You add that to a good striking team, and you pick up a world championship gold medal.
Absolutely. They're looking to pick up their second World Championship gold medal here. They currently lead Germany 1-0, just about halfway through half number one. Germany still with possession. They've had possession now for about 2 minutes in this Italian end. Great shots, great saves, and now they look to reset and get away another great scoring opportunity. And like you said, the best scoring opportunity possible is what Germany will get.
Yeah, and that's it. Inside, looking to the ref for more than just a corner ball. Nothing coming.
Again, Germany will get the corner just outside on that far side of the pitch. Again, it will be number 80, Jonas Varen, taking it for Germany. Options in front of him, and he's going to go all the way to Robert Pest.
Yeah. Again, Robert, one of their go-to men. Kind of hard to pick them out in the German team. They've got 5 go-to men on the pitch here when they want to go, and they're looking around again, looking at the ref for something that is not coming. Fair bit of contact is allowed. There are fairly complex laws, but as often in many sports, the teams seem to think that the foul should all go their way.
Here comes Jonas Varen. Varen into that Italian end.
Driving, but just no real gap there. You can see that you've got men in there from the German side trying to drive these Italians out of the way, and physically the Germans are bigger, but the fitness and strength of this Italian side means they can just hold things tight, and that is what they do so well. That is what they are relying on now to bring them over the line and get another gold medal. Oh, Luca Bellini.
Jonas Varen off the frame of the goal. That would have tied the game up. Italy still lead 1-0, 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in half number one. Up the pitch now, Eduardo Corvea.
I don't know if you saw, Bellini was gone there before the shot had even been taken, just chancing that his defence would bring it down. If they had brought it down to hand, that would have been a goal on the break. That's how he reads the game, and that's how he's prepared to take a chance, and that's how he gets so many goals.
Navarra, back to Corvea. Corvea at the top, going into that German defense. He's now going to go to Bellini.
Yeah, 30 seconds off the clock already, of course. Italy with the lead. Shot clock really is their friend. They'll run it down, take a little off the game clock, and then look to work one play. That's been their style of play. They count on some accuracy there. They're quite happy to take the first 20 seconds of the minute, even just to talk through the play. Quite unusual in that respect. There's Bellini's looking outside, and of course he fakes it. Everyone thinks he's going to shoot, and he passes it inside. That mixing up can catch teams out big time.
And now Jonas Varen for Germany on that left shoulder. Excuse me, Robert Pest on that right side for Germany. Now to Jonas Varen. Varen going into that Italian front, and he's going to have to retreat and go outside once again, set up another play.
And again,
off the frame of the goal. That was number 9 for Germany, Marco Hopstock. Referee awards Germany a corner. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the game clock.
And again, the Italians ringing the changes. They've really just changed everybody. They brought on another of their experienced players, Marco Pozzi. He's a real powerhouse unit. They'll use him in short bursts. Nobody pushes Marco out of the way, and he will just work for the period he's on the pitch. You can see there, number 10, absolutely just compressing this line.
And he's definitely a great player to have in these situations when you have strong German players and now even stronger Italian player in that middle.
Yeah, in a football sense, he's a utility player. He's got a job and he'll do it. No worries about whether he does this or does that. Coach gets him on and says, work that guy until he can't paddle anymore, and that's what Marco will do.
Now with it is Jonas Varen on that far side of the pitch. He'll take a shot, and a fantastic shot it was.
Yeah.
Jonas Varen, and he knocks this game at 1 goal apiece. Just under 2 minutes remain.
Captain there doing a captain's job. How many times have we said this in the championships? You see somebody in the armband and you sometimes think, well, maybe that's just a badge of honour. Maybe that just means they've been playing the longest. But these captains step up and they save their team. They make a great save, a great block when it's needed. And in that case, they needed a goal to get themselves on par. And there it is. Captain brings it home.
Absolutely. And saying that, maybe we'll see something from Luca Bellini, the Italian captain.
I've said in every game I've watched here, I'll put my house on Luca scoring in this game, and he hasn't let me down.
Luca now taking a shot. It will be blocked by Germany. Germany will retain possession after the foul by Bellini.
No, this is going the Italian way. They're dropping Robert Pest into goal. Luca's complaining, not unusually, about something. Now then, what's happening here? Bellini was inside. This is his real speciality act. He'll be inside. There will be paddles everywhere, traffic all over him. Everyone who's watching this, everyone on the pitch knows who's going to score and who's going to try and score, and he will still find the back of the net.
And that is really a skill to have. Not players have that trait.
Especially when the defenders know, and these are the best defenders in the world, know what you're going to do.
As you see, 5 paddles there in front of Bellini and just off the paddle of Pest. Germany retains possession, and they look to build on their final, or their last goal, I should say. 1-1 the score. Just about a minute left to go in half number 1, the men's final of canoe polo.
And the Italian team substituting a goalkeeper on. They can't afford to not have a speciality goalkeeper on against this team. And if the Germans had realised, all of these German guys, if they're anywhere in the half court, they'll take it in the open goal while they're substituting. There's a real battle going on down here. There's some hard work getting done.
Jonas Varon getting contact against him, and it will be a green card shown. It looks like to number 9, Bellini.
Yes, looks like it. And again, the players all working hard and then forcing the referees to work pretty hard too.
Coming back on for Italy, it is Marco Porzo.
Yeah, he's getting some action here. The paddling skill, as I was saying, the Germans are physically bigger men, and that's obviously testing that back line. And so every now and then someone can take a rest, and we'll bring the Italians bring their own big unit on. And that is some tussle down there between Marco and Witt. Big men, big strong men. If you see them on the side, best part of 2 meters tall. Witt, big built. Marco a little shorter, but he's a cubic guy.
Robert Pest with possession. Another green card, a yellow card now
Who's
shown.
got a yellow? Oh, that's for Italy.
It looks like number 3.
Gianmarco. It is, you're right. Well done. Eduardo Corvia. Sent off.
Still shrugging towards his own teammate, the referee still. And it will be Eduardo Corvea coming off for 2 minutes for a yellow card. Illegal use of the paddle looks like was the foul, referee showing the score table.
And the German player was holding his face, so I'm guessing that's a bit of a firm contact, unless he was just confirming to the ref that he'd been tackled. And now this defensive line, that is the biggest defensive line, physically speaking, the Italians can put up. And they're going in there and they are going to work. They know they've got 2 minutes of hard work, and that's what they've got those people for. That's what they train for. That's what the hard hours in the winter are for. They need 2 minutes now to keep themselves right on par in this game. If they only concede 1 goal in this 2 minute period, they'll have done well.
Here comes Unterfeld for Germany. Germany just above that bar. That will do it for half number 1. A very eventful first half here in World Canoe Polo Championship men's final on pitch number 1 at the Welland International Flatwater Center. We'll be back with more canoe polo action, half number 2, in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the International Flatwater Center here in Welland, Ontario, Canada, the second half of the men's final, the final 2 minutes, or maybe not. We could go to golden goal. Final game, final half of Canoe Polo, men of Germany and men of Italia. Racing for that ball, 1-1 the score, very eventful half. Curly, what did you like in half number one?
Oh, I like the way that the action was non-stop. The work going on in front of each goal when the offence and defence met was phenomenal. I wouldn't expect anything different of these two teams. I like the fact that Luca Bellini's just done the sprint start. That's the most demanding part of the game. The man is pushing, he's 36 years old this year, and there he is taking a charge start. That is some achievement, and he was there first.
Absolutely. Very quick, that is. Luca Bellini. Italy still, of course, down one man after the foul, or the yellow card, I should say, near the end of half number one, and it will be some task to try and keep these Germans at a 1-1 tie.
And that's why Italy were keen to win the ball. They really needed possession because they're down to 4. Without the ball, they would have been under immense pressure from the German attack. As it is now, they're playing man for man on the court because the Germans have kept a goalkeeper in. And so really, it's a regular kind of game for them, and it's a game where they can take a full minute off the clock. And if they do that, with the time that's gone, they'll nearly be back to 5. And as I say, if the Germans don't score during that period, the Italians will have done very well.
And so far, so good for the Italians. Still on that man-to-man defense is Germany, and you got to expect that for the duration of this penalty against Italy. Once that 5th player comes on, maybe they will retreat and get back.
Yeah, but the Italians have got a shot clock reset there for the foul, so that will mean that I think, if I've got the time right, they can keep this ball now until the 5th player returns. And they can, and they will. And the Germans are preempting that already, as you say. They're dropping back to a set defence because they're just waiting for the Italians to arrive.
And it will
Not
be
sure of the exact time. It'll be clearly indicated, and
the
there
referee
it is.
waving in the Italian player. They will now be at 5.
Yep, I can't believe they're not ready. Unbelievable.
It was about 20. Now 8 to go. Here comes number 7 from Italy, Gianmarco Emanuele. It's now with Italy on this near side. Coming in is Navarre. He scored the Italian goal early. They scored 58 seconds into the game. Germany, 3 minutes left to go. Here comes Bellini. Bellini tosses it in now to Emanuele.
Again, 3 German boats there, 1, 8, and 9. You can see they're just holding a line there. It doesn't seem to matter what the Italians throw at them. Those boats just don't move.
Germany does get possession. A legal tackle, it looked like, against Italy. Now with number 6, Robert Pest. Jonas Varen.
He just threw a size 5 ball that weighs a pound out of the back of his hand at a speed that would have me frightened to catch it.
These are very strong men. We have been talking about that the whole game, and they are making these passes look easy. Like you said, there's no problem getting a half-court shot for any of these. The goal always has to be covered.
Yep.
Robert Pest. He's going to go to Lucas Richter. Richter all the way back now to Marco Hopstock. Still with Hopstock. He's going to make a charge into that zone. He finds Jonas Varen. And Varen looking at goal, quickly being stopped there by Emanuele.
And this game being defined by the defences. You can see, I know how good this German team are at penetrating. This Italian side is keeping them out on the edge of the 6-metre area. They're not allowing anyone in behind. As soon as there's a threat of a player getting over them and between them and the keeper, they back up and they drive it out. The amount of effort that takes when your opponent weighs 100 plus kilos is immense.
And like we've mentioned before, Curly, you and I talked about this a bit off air, how Luca Bellini will go already before the shot is even taken, trying to get that break.
He backs his team, and that's how he gets so many goals, or one of them, many ways he gets many goals. But just look at him. He's looking all the time for an opportunity, and yet he's still joining in with the defensive duties, but he is looking for an offensive option all the time.
And Germany now looking for an offensive option. It is Jonas Varen inside of that middle.
Yep, they're part in, but again, the line just pushes him out. They've just driven him back out.
Back to Varen. He's going to try and find an option to Marco Hopstock. He scored, or
this could be it, yes.
And it will go in.
And exactly
a little
that.
premature. Julian pressure will put Germany up front A little premature on the call. Marco Hopstock off the frame of the goal. Pressure gets the rebound into the net.
The defender had to push out to meet the attacker on the side, and when the ball rebounded, it meant there was a space in the middle for him to take advantage of. And they couldn't make that space themselves. They had to wait for that rebound opportunity, and it just fell for him. Quick to capitalise, be very happy now. The first time the Germans have had the lead in this game.
And Germany still, like we said at the beginning of this broadcast, are looking for their first ever men's 2018 or anything, I guess I should say, Canoe Polo Championship.
Yes, never been world champions. Plenty of titles, plenty of success as a nation. All the other categories they've won gold medals in, but this, the blue ribbon event, senior men's, Germany never won that. Look at that, putting his life on the line there. Half upside down, gets the ball, grips it in one hand and rolls up and passes the ball to his teammate.
Robert Pest being shown the green card from the referee, illegal tackle. But Germany does not matter about the green cards. They're up front, 2-1, just over 5 minutes left to go in half number 2.
Now, this is Robert Pest coming off on the far side and being substituted. I'm guessing that is because the Germans now expect Italy to press them man for man. And the very big men like Robert is useful in goal. He's great for scoring goals. But if this turns into a fast paddling contest, they want some young guns on.
So on comes Lennart Unterfeld for Germany. One of the younger players on this German team, like you mentioned. Yep. Here comes Jonas Varen. Now with it, Dennis Witt.
It will be interesting to see how long Italy are prepared to sit watching the Germans pass this ball around. They know that the Germans are the absolute masters of this game, and they have to press out. How long will they wait? 4 minutes 30 on the clock. They can wait a little while with one goal, but if they wait too long, that clock will just work against them.
At one point, the clock was Italy's friend. They're up 1-0.
Yep,
Now it is their worst enemy.
Yes. Shot clock reset now, so another 60 seconds. And this German team now will be thinking, if they can scrub 60 seconds off the shot clock, they will do exactly that. And this is the Italians watching them. I can see why the Germans are sitting wide and making accurate passes. But really, for me, if I was the Italian coach, I'd be wanting to get involved in some action here.
Just a little
here
bit
we go.
behind Underfeld, and Italy will get that ball right away.
That is a lovely steal. Well, maybe their patience has paid. They've got a great break going on here. Can they make it count before Germany gets to the goal set? And remember, Robert Pest, that all-time great goalkeeper, is not on the field of play.
Jonas Varen, a great block in spot for Robert Pest, and here comes Robert Pest. Jonas Varen taking a bit of a breather, and on comes Lucas Richter.
And maybe Robert just needed a rest. I might have done him a disservice because he's had a breather and he's back on, looking good.
Lucas Richter past center pitch, and like we said on the last possession, Germany more than content, just passing the ball around, scrubbing off another 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Absolutely. I'm truly surprised that the Italians are letting them do this. I would have thought that they would have come out to play a paddling game by now, and they will eventually, but for me, sooner rather than later.
3 minutes left in this game. Germany lead Italy 2-1 in this men's open final. Pitch number 1 at the Welland International Flatwater Center. Here comes Robert Pest.
And a screen being made for him to get a shot away. And the ball rebounding to the halfway.
Just 10 seconds left on that shot clock. Germany has to shoot soon. And here comes Unterfeld. He's going to give it to Pest.
Oh, my word. He lobbed that shot because the shot clock forced him. I don't think he had any expectation that would go in the goal. The stuff that's been saved in this game, and then it's just a little lob shot drops in the back of the net. That is incredible. Oh, Robert Pest celebrating as if it's the goal of his career.
And it very well could have been.
And if it wins them a gold medal, it will be.
Absolutely. 3-1. Germany lead after the shot by Robert Pest at the very end of the shot clock. So Germany got the goal, and they also burned 60 seconds off that shot clock.
Look at that. They're celebrating there. The Germans know how big that is. That's quite incredible. The shots we've seen in the finals and the semi-finals through to here, and that's probably the softest shot we've seen today in the senior men's category.
I was just about ready to say Italy's going to go on a break. I thought that would have been safe, but just over the paddle that time of Romano. Great shot by Robert Pest.
Yep. Well, doesn't matter how you get them if you get them.
Absolutely. Referee's having a bit of a conversation underneath that or beside that German goal.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. Hopefully the signal will tell us. Referees go into their pockets. That's usually about cards, and that's usually trouble for someone. Referee Winter on this side, a green card. And that is adding up. Somebody who's had one green card is now getting a second, and that's going to be a yellow card penalty. That's the last, well, it's 2 minutes sending off for someone, and that's going to mean that the Italians have to deal with this. They're going to be down to 4 for all but the last 40 seconds of this game. This is going to hurt. I'm not sure what this conversation's about. The referee was quite clear there.
It looks like number 7, that is Emmanuel. He was sent off earlier on in this game for a different offense.
Bit of a conversation here. They'll be thinking about
a red card now for Gianmarco Emmanuel because of that second yellow.
And you've called that exactly right. He's had a yellow card, and now he's come back on and got a green card warning. And as he's on a yellow card, that green card on top of the yellow card adds up to a red card. That means he's out for the rest of the game. That is 2 minutes 30 seconds that the Italians are playing with 4. They're 2 down. Really, that little lob goal from Robert Pest is going to be the goal that I think brings Germany to their first World Championship. How this Italian team of 4 can bring this back, really, I don't see a possibility. 1 goal, maybe. 2 goals, a long shot. But a third one, because again, even if they get it to overtime, they'll be playing the overtime period with 4.
Bellini, the guy they want the ball to be in his hands, has the ball, and it's still just a battle in front of that German goal.
Big tackles. The Germans won't mind how many tackles they put in, how knocked about things are, how many warnings they get. So long as they keep 5 men on the pitch, they can shut this game out.
Bellini will be taking the free shot for Italy. It was
oh, yes. 100%.
No doubt about it.
None. They've got Bertoloni trying to make a gap for him, and Navarra just trying to make a little bit of space, not having much joy. I think the referee wants to he tried to be clever there, looked away, faked it and shot, but missed. That's a shame. This is hard for Italy. They really, I don't see how they can rescue this game. They have to try. Obviously, it's a World Championship final, but that sending off really finished it. They've got the goalkeeper in. They need to drop this down and go.
And now you see Navarra a little bit more up front, trying to chase that ball, but Germany no problem, just playing with it in their own zone.
And why wouldn't you? If they lose a minute off the clock, the Italians get the ball back. They still need 2 goals. There just will not be enough time. And Italy are placed in a position where the only thing they can do is chase the game. If they chase out, they're almost certainly going to concede another. Very, very difficult choices for Italy now, because they know this is slipping away from them.
Robert Pest, he's going to go to Marco Hopstock. 16 seconds on that shot clock. Just over a minute remains in this men's final. Italy down to 4 men.
Germany will still get a shot away. And now they've got a corner ball, so they milk a minute off the clock again.
It will be.
Line judge is saying that it was a goal line throw. It's not a corner. So now Italy at least are on the offense, but
like you said, they need 2 goals in a minute 4, and that would bring the overtime still down a man.
Yes, huge ask. And they'll take it if they can. If they could get to overtime, I guess they'd come out all guns blazing with 4, but they'll be lucky to do that. Again, out of the back of the hand, that long ball forwards. And there's been an offence here. So it's not quite close enough for Bellini's optimum range. I wonder if they'll try something different to get him close.
It's now in the hands of Bertoloni.
Yeah, he'll be looking for Luca.
He tries to get Luca Bellini, and it just off the paddle.
Yeah, Richter saw that coming just like we did.
Number 8, Jonas Varon. Lots of room in front of him. Here comes Bertoloni. Robert Pest, great lead pass. Pest, going to give it to Hopstock. Now to number 2.
Yeah,
and that will do it.
That's it for sure. Witt scores. They've shared it round. They're passing the ball. Witt gives them a 3-goal lead in the dying seconds of this game. There's really nothing the Italians can do now. See this out with some style. But this is going to be the first time for Germany. They're already celebrating on the back line. Their substitutes and coach fist pumping, cheering each other on. All they need to do now is let that clock go down. They won't do it easy. They'll work to the end because that's what they've been trained to do. But they've got this now and they know it. Everyone knows it.
Chance that time. It was number 2 Navarra trying to go for goal. Navarra, he scored 58 seconds in, and that's the last time Italy has put one in the cage. Yeah. It's been all Germany since then.
Yes.
Still with Navarra. Navarra, he'll find Cavaria.
and he's going for it. He's got to go for it. What's to lose? He's got to have a shot, and saved. Robert Pest just makes it safe, takes them over the line. Time out from the referees. Come on, boys, let it run.
0.8 seconds left, and they're already hugging on the pitch. There's nothing Italy can do. Italy has come to their fate. Italy will just push this ball in, and that's going to do it. I
do feel sorry for them in that last minute. Obviously, everyone knows the way it's going. Italy spirited to the last. German now celebrating. It is a big deal. A lot of these players, the coaches, they have dreamt of winning a World Championship. They've come so close to winning a World Championships. They've won World Games. They've won European Championships. But this is the first time for this powerhouse nation to have won the senior men's title. Amazing.
Germany, the first time, like you said, that they have won the senior men's title. They have won countless other titles in other areas of the World Polo Championships, and it will be a celebration in Germany with they winning the women's, under 21 women's, and now the men's. Very dominant. That does it. 4-1 the final, Germany over Italy, and that will give them the gold medal here at the Welland International Flatwater Center. And that concludes the Canoe Polo Championships. We will be back with the medal ceremonies in just about 10 minutes.
You guys probably won't know the reason they've got